Yo, what up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Emre. I'm a game developer and photographer based in Turkey. In this channel, we mainly talk about programming, productivity, and photography. Today, I'm going to share with you my top things to help me code during the day, maybe even in the long run. So, if you want to skip ahead, everything will be timestamped down below. But if you want to join me with the whole talk, just have a cup of tea or maybe a coffee and let's get started. Yeah, good old xcode. Xcode is my idea of choice, or should I say my choice of idea? I don't know. But yet, I use Xcode on a daily basis, both my professional work at my full-time job and my personal studies at the weekends or maybe in the evenings. Like anybody who uses Xcode on a daily basis, I also have a love and hate relationship with it. I really like the look and feel of it. Autocomplete works reasonably well, but it can be really chunky sometimes and decide to not to give me the error message that I wanted. Whenever I encounter a problem on Xcode, I will of course look it up online, and there's always a guy that says I cleaned up my build folder and it worked for me. I tried to do that and probably it won't work, and after wasting 20 minutes of my life I'm back to square one. But as I said, it's a love and hate relationship with it. I don't know what I would do without Xcode, so I gave it number one on this list to Xcode. My second tool that helped me code is a reference website. I'm using C++ in my daily work, so I use CPP reference as a reference website. By the way, thanks to fellow YouTuber channel for the suggestion. I know there's a lot of websites that looks like this, but I really like the on-to-the-point approach of CPP reference, and I'm sure you can find in your own programming language a similar website. But when I use CPP reference, basically, if I'm not sure anything C++ related, I just hit a quick research on the CPP reference, and I also have a shortcut for it on Alfred. I just hit command space and write my predefined keyword, which is ref, of course, short for reference, and I write what I want to search. And if you want, we can try it right now, and we can write ref stdio sort maybe, and voila, I can just reach the information that I'm looking for maybe in a couple of seconds. I know it maybe looks real simple, but knowing the basics is really important if you want to build something big. We talk about the software that helps me code. Now we are coming to the hardware part. Like any other human being, I hated the butterflies which make keyboard. I tried to get used to it, but it's a no-go. Even people from Apple hates it, so they had to change back to scissor switch one. Anyway, my keyboard of choice is Keychron K2. I'm not a big geek on mechanical keyboards, but after my search on the World Wide Web, I decided that Keychron was a reasonable choice for me. And MKBHD uses this keyboard, how bad it could be. Anyway, I got the blue switch one because I really like the sound and the feel of it. Check it out. And it's like that. It's like a typewriter feeling. Anyway, I probably will make another video about it, but first of all, let me tell you how it's helped me to code. First of all, I wouldn't be able to write any line of code without a keyboard. I mean, yeah, I can, like opening up a virtual keyboard and pointing my mouse to each letter and selecting, but fortunately I'm not that crazy. Second of all, before switching this keyboard, I was using my MacBook's keyboard, which was in Turkish layout. Turkish, as like most of the languages, has a couple of extra letters, and Turkish keyboard layout uses the right space of the keyboard to store that letters. To illustrate my point, this is a Turkish layout keyboard, and after switching this keyboard, I also switched to a US layout, and I loved it. Because of absence of the unique Turkish letters, they were like semicolon, quotation marks, curly brackets, square brackets, they were all on the sunlight, and it makes writing the code more efficient. If you are not using US layout keyboard, I really suggest you should give that a try. Well, good old pen and paper. This might be the most absurdest? Let me check. In the comparative and superlative degrees, the forms are more absurd and most absurd are usually preferred over absurder and absurdist. I was correct. Anyway, the pen and paper. This might be the most absurd things on the list, but it really comes handy more than not. I really like to writing down some brainstorm ideas, and I don't know, seeing some pseudocodes and patterns helps me visualize the code, and I don't know, it really helps me to see the pattern before I write the code, and it's really fun to play with the pen while waiting this code to build, which can take ages. I was going to name this video that tools that help me code, but because of this I changed the title that things that help me code. Yes, a problem solving group. Because of the lockdown and the pandemic, we are all at home and we started a little problem solving group. We are on a Zoom call every week and we are trying to solve algorithm problems on a lead code and try to come up with the solutions as good as we can. And having a group like this is great. I can really learn a lot of things that I would not encounter by myself on the internet, and makes me accountable that show up every week and brainstorm on ideas. As I said, we are using LeetCode as our problem source, but if you have any better suggestion, please comment below. Actually, that's everything on the list, but I would like to give some honorable mentions to first these silly cables, to USB-C to Lightning. It really helps because I work on mainly on iOS devices. Yeah, I can use simulators, but working on real devices really helps to spot some problems beforehand. So this cable really changed my life. And the second one is noise cancelling earbuds. I recently bought them. Sony earbuds, not sponsored, of course. But they're really great and noise cancelling works really good. And if you're in a noisy environment or in your house there's a lot of people and you would just like to concentrate on what you're coding, it's really great. I would highly suggest them. And yeah, I guess that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching up till now. If you wanna support this channel, you can subscribe and maybe send this video to another friend that might be interested. And if you like this video, you might want to check my previous video that I talk about a productivity tip that I use every single day. And see you on the next videos. Peace out.